104 to 106.
Cork's Red FM.
There's no such thing as a bad Cork team, I mean, Cork down through the years, the tradition speaks for itself, top class team, have done very, very well throughout the league. Obviously they've had a full year's preparation this time, I mean, Dennis and his team are going really, really well, so we played them obviously early on in the league, and it was nip and tuck, could have went either way, and Cork came out on top. So for us the last number of weeks have been all about preparing for championship, and I suppose we had the benefit of the league match last year for our championship. We haven't had it this year, but training has gone well, so it's all systems go for the first round.
Do you think that wasn't necessarily a bad Cork display in the league final, but more so an out of this world Galway performance?
Yeah, I mean, I would agree. I mean, Galway, to be honest with you, on their day, I mean, we're all capable. I mean, the players and names and stars that they have in that team, they had a really, really good day that day. But, the match ebbed and flowed, and, Cork had a few chances themselves. Galway keeper made 2 great saves in the first half. So that match could have went either way. Galway obviously went on and won in the finish. They just got the impetus and obviously had the breeze in the second half. And as I said, held on in the finish. But, league is league. This is really all about championship.
With Galway being now written up as maybe All-Ireland favourites, Kilkenny haven't gone away, of course, but there's another county added to the mix to take off the pressure off the likes of yourselves. No,
to be honest with you, there's loads of teams in here that can beat everyone else. I mean, we've seen it through the league. No team went unbeaten in the league. So that's the I suppose the competitive edge that you have within this championship. There's loads of teams that, I mean, if you just take Munster alone, I mean, it's generally since I've become involved anyway, it's been poke of a ball stuff. So that's generally what you get in the championship. But this is what it's all about. This is why we get involved. It's really about championship and getting ready, and we're just really looking forward to the 30th of May.
What about Cork? I suppose there's plenty of players who have been around for a long time now, the established forces, but the younger guns, if you like, are starting to really heat up the competition for places in Dennis Walsh's setup, and I'm sure you're acutely aware of that competition because it's also here in Tip.
Yeah, I mean, every panel, nowadays is made up of youth and experience, so you have it. You have that in all panels, and Cork is no different. They have a fine squad assembled down there. Obviously they've got loads of guys that have loads of All-Ireland medals, and have had brilliant careers, and are continuing to deliver at the top level. And they've got the younger guys, from the minor teams in 2006 and 2007, both challenging for All-Ireland titles. So, as I said, it's normal now in every panel that you've got this I suppose abundance of youth coming through to join the experienced lads.
Injuries are pretty much par for the course, but I suppose in your panel there hasn't been a huge amount of retirements over the last few years, and there's been guys who've come into the mix. There's a huge strength in depth, and I mean, if that was an indicator of winning All-Ireland titles, you'd win one in the morning, given the depth of the talent that's here in Tipperary at the moment. I'm sure you're thankful to have that at your disposal.
Yeah, well, I think you've got to be fair as well. That some of these guys are only heading into their second championship year. I mean, there was a big turnover, I suppose, in terms of the lads coming on board. We probably brought 10 on board in 2009. So, you got to be fair to these players as well. They've just got to get their time to develop. And, as I said, and I constantly say, the day will come for these players. Whether it's 2010 or not, no one. I definitely don't know. But what I do know is that these guys are training their hearts out and giving it everything to the cause for every night to go in training, and hopefully that will deliver success in the future.
The hoodoo finally for Tip in Cork in Páirc Uí Chaoimh was broken a couple of years ago, and I mean, that was a bit of a monkey off the back, but I suppose history doesn't really play a part maybe as much as the likes of myself might write into it either.
Well, I don't know. I mean, we said, whether it's history or not, the bottom line is the fact that we won once in 87 years doesn't make it really any better. It's a place that we have struggled to win, and for back through years, it is a really, really tough place to win, and it'll be no different on Sunday the 30th of May for us to win. A lot of things are going to have to go away because we're playing a team that's going really, really well at the moment. But that's championship. Everywhere you turn in Munster is a minefield, and there's a really big minefield for us in Páirc Uí Chaoimh. But as I said, we're just really, really looking forward to that challenge.
104 to 106.
Cork's Red FM.